Hundreds of law enforcement agents are looking for one man, Robert Card, armed with what looks like an assault rifle, considered dangerous, military trained, on the run.
Breaking news as we come on the air tonight. A massive manhunt underway hours after a mass shooting in Lewiston, Maine.
Police believe Card is responsible for the shooting deaths of 18 people. As a precaution, schools are shut down. Businesses are closed. Doors to people's homes are locked. They don't know where the shooter is, and it's impossible to know where or when they'll find him. Here's how it all happened.
At approximately 6:56 this evening, a couple of shooting incidents occurred here with multiple casualties in the city of Lewiston.
The first series of shootings happened at a bowling alley. They were hosting a youth night for a kids' bowling league.
The only thing that we heard was this really loud bang, and a lot of us thought like a bowling ball kind of like smashed on the ground or something.
Out of nowhere, he just came in and there was a loud pop. Thought it was a balloon. I had my back turned to the door.
That's when witnesses say the shooting started. Several shots in rapid succession.
And I just booked it down the lane, and I slid basically into where the pins are and climbed up in the machine and was on top of the machines for about 10 minutes until the cops got there.
I just remember people sobbing and crying, and people around me were not screaming, but like whimpering.
According to Maine State Police, 7 people died right then and there. Ages, we don't know. But we do know the shooter was in and out within minutes. This surveillance footage of Robert Card, gun at his shoulder, we can tell by comparing that image to the bowling alley's front door, it's the same place, meaning this may very well be the immediate moment after the shootings began.
You respond to the town of Lewiston for 2 active shooter locations, all available units.
Yes, the bowling alley was only the first of 2 active shooter locations. The second happened within minutes of the first.
Shortly after that, at about 7:08 p.m., the communications center received multiple 911 calls about an active shooter inside of Chang's Billiards.
Chang's Bar and Grill is about an 11-minute drive south. According to their Facebook page, they were hosting a bar and restaurant industry night. The plan was for that restaurant to be packed.
Victims at the Chang's Billiards, 8 are deceased. 7 males inside the establishment, 1 male outside of the establishment. Again, also apparent gunshot wounds.
In total, that's 18 people who died. 7 at the bowling alley, 8 at the restaurant, and 3 more who died in hospital. 13 others were injured. And now, the biggest question, where is Robert Card? The last major clue revealed to us by police was the discovery of what they say is Card's own vehicle, a white Subaru. This was the picture Lewiston police shared online. Note, the front bumper appears to be painted black. That's a fairly distinctive mark. And they found it about 15 minutes away in Lisbon at the Pejepscot boat launch. That's by a secluded road, surrounded by trees and connected to the Androscoggin River. That river continues southeast, running right under a major highway, Interstate 295, but also connecting to many other communities the further you go. So what does that mean? Is the suspect in a boat? Is he on foot? Or did he manage to find another vehicle?
We don't know his location, and I'll leave it at that.
But what's clear is that the perimeter police have set is wide. Officers as far south as New Hampshire have set up roadblocks, and helicopters are patrolling from above, hoping to find something. Police have said from the start, Robert Card should be considered armed and dangerous. That's partly because of the crime he is suspected of committing, but also because of his military training. He's a firearms instructor, enlisted with the U.S. Army Reserves, knows how to use a gun. And there are questions about his mental health. A Maine State Police bulletin, according to multiple sources, have said Robert Card had recently threatened to carry out a shooting at a National Guard facility in Saco, Maine, which is about an hour's drive south of where these most recent shootings took place. That's not far away. It also says he reportedly spent 2 weeks this summer in a mental health facility after saying he was hearing voices. Whatever may explain the shooter's motive, police openly say just one thing: they're looking into it. But that's it.
Yeah, I think those are all valid questions, and certainly questions that we are looking into now, but not questions that we can answer today.
So for people who call these areas home, there are shelter-in-place orders across Lewiston, where the shootings took place, in Lisbon, where Robert Card's vehicle was found, and other nearby communities as well. Many area schools have closed, and the hospital treating the majority of patients is heavily guarded by police.
Mr. Card is considered armed and dangerous, and police advise that Maine people should not approach him under any circumstances.
As more of the deceased are identified, the number of murder charges Robert Card faces will increase. Right now, police believe there will be 18 in all, but at least 3 additional victims are still fighting for their lives in hospital. And Card is still out there, 24 hours after yesterday's deadly shooting spree began.